Hola guys and girls, and welcome to the team builder for GBA Season 8 Week 4. We are up versus the San Francisco GiEnteis, coached by none other than Gymleader Geo. We actually have some history with each other, even though it is a long time ago. Back in Season 5, we actually faced twice since we were in the same division. And through that, we ended up being 1-1 with each other. One time he won, one time I won. So now I am finally having the chance to break the tie between us so far. And finally pull ahead, which, yeah, basically my goal is with every team I face in the GBA. So, yeah, it's because it's such a long time ago. Of course, I can't really fully take that experience into this season, because we both, as a player, changed and evolved and all this good stuff. So, but at least I have some history with him and some motivation to battle with him. This is actually in conference match, so he's in the other division, but in the same conference, so we are potentially battling for the same playoff spot, being the wildcard spot. If you are not aware how the GBA playoff system works, basically each conference has two divisions. The number one spot out of each division will go to playoffs. Basically that's the spot I've battled versus or fight for with Joey, Aaron and Jolt, and then the next two best out of the conference, so it could be 3 out of one division or only 2 out of each division, which get the wildcard spots. So 2 wildcard spots are basically given to people in the conference. So that's why battles in the same conference are still more important than what the other conference does. Is basically I can ignore that. Of course I want to win versus them, like I did in week 1 versus Tom, but for the playoff race I can ignore them for now. Like, this is the matches I have to win to get ahead in the playoff race. So looking at his team, he got the Mew, the Mega Scizor, Toxapex, Dugtrio, Ditto, Slurpuff, Shaman, Hexorus, Blacephalon, Rotofan, and the Archeops, Blacephalon, and Archeops being his Seamuth user. He actually got the Shaman, which we dropped 2 weeks ago. So at least Shaman gets some playing time still, even though we dropped him. But yeah, we can actually face him now, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, many people praise Geo's team for having one of the best defense basically of the season, if not the best defense. Many people praise my team for having the best offense in the season, if not the best of the season. So this is literally the matchup of an unstoppable force versus an immovable object, and let's see who comes out on top if they clash with each other. So that is the fun storyline for this team. I liked that a lot once I heard that. But yeah, biggest threats on his side of the team, offensive-wise, are of course the Blacephalon, the Slurpuff, and the Dugtrio and Mega Scizor on the same level, I want to say. Slurpuff is a huge threat. If it gets a bait run up with Unburden, it can just run through my team. My fairy resists Gengar, Garbodor, and Delphox potentially. So, and 2 of sorry, I'm still a bit sick. But yeah, 2 of these are of course weak to Thief, which Slurpuff will of course carry. And then I have a Garbodor left, which doesn't really take the hits from Slurpuff too well. So, looking at this, Slurpuff is a huge threat. Then Blacephalon, of course, is just way too strong. Fire and Ghost coverage can be very problematic for my team. So, yeah, I probably, in the terms of dealing with Blacephalon, I will probably lose him on. So, I can already say that. Blacephalon, I'm fine with trading 1-on-1 with Blacephalon. So, I sack him on, and then I can put something into deal with that, or something like that, or exchange big damage to kill this boy. But yeah, I'm expecting to probably lose him on to Blacephalon to kill it. Slurpuff, I just can't allow to set up. If Slurpuff sets up, I am having a bit of a trouble. So then other threats, Dugtrio, of course, being Arena Trap allowed in the GBA. I have a lot of good mons on my team, which are potentially trapped by it. Be it the Garbodor, be it the Cobalion, be it the Manectric. All of these are potentially trapped by the Dugtrio. Of course, other mons are trapped as well, but these, of course, are weak to ground. So the Earthquake is actually hurting them. Gengar is weak to ground, but it's a ghost type, so it's not trapped by Arena Trap. But that's not stopping Dugtrio from running pursuit. So Dugtrio, I'm definitely looking have to watch out for. And then Mega Scizor is just Mega Scizor. It's very bulky. It can set up SDs and stuff like that. And be very annoying. Then Mew. Mew is the wildcard of this team. He drafted a team which Mew doesn't have to be defensive or stuff like that. So basically, there's no other choice but to scout what kind of Mew it is and then deal with it in the game. There's not much I can do go beforehand, like prepare for Mew, and then he can just run sets which deals with that. So I focus more on dealing with Mew in the game, if he decides to bring that, of course. But yeah, these are the biggest threats. Ditto, of course, is very annoying. Geo is known for using Ditto very well, so I have to be a bit afraid of that. And then Hexorus, of course, can be a threat as well with Dragon Dance, for example. But he needs setup. Same with Slurpuff. But to Hexorus I don't lose right away, even if he sets up. Slurpuff I could potentially lose right away. So that's why I have Slurpuff over Hexorus actually. Hexorus of course has more power without setup. But stuff like the Duck Trio Blacephalon have even more power without setup. That's why I put them higher on my threat list. But yeah, that's the team of Gymleader Geo. Let's go over my team I prepared for him. So starting off with Chip, the Choice Scarf, Crocodile with Earthquake, Knockoff, Fire Fang, Pursuit, and Intimidate. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed. What is it? Let me look at the team again. Donphan. And with the Earthquake, Knockoff, Pursuit combination, this thing is there to mainly Pursuit Trap Blacephalon. That's what I meant. I'm fine with exchanging a Mon for killing Blacephalon. Because he basically kills a Mon from mine, I go to Crocodile, I Pursuit Trap it, and it's gone. I only need a little bit of chip damage to kill his Pursuit, even without him switching out. So just him switching into rocks or taking a little bit of chip, then he is already taking a little bit of chip to die to chip. So he's already ready to Pursuit. Then Earthquake, Knockoff, of course, main stab moves, and Fire Fang mainly there for the Mega Scizor. Intimidate is there because he has a lot of physical offensive threats, like the Mega Scizor, like the Slurpuffs, like the Hexorus, and like the Arceus even as well. And when everything comes down to it, I might have to Intimidate shuffle him with my Crocodile and my Mega Manectric you see on the top right. So that's one strategy I want to have. I don't really plan to sweep with Crocodile, that's why I don't have Moxie. I'd rather have the utility with Intimidate. And yeah, least but definite investment right here is that I can live one Scarf Fire Blast from Blacephalon after I took Rocks damage. So, like, the only way, of course, Blacephalon is not Pursuit Trap if he's faster than me, and that is only if he's Scarf. A Scarf Blacephalon I cannot speed with a Scarf Crocodile, so that's why I have enough speed def investment so I can live with Scarf Fire Blast. Shadow Ball I can of course live, because I'm resistant to that, and any hidden power or Star Coverage Move I can live as well. Fire Blast is the strongest he can hit me. No, wait, in line, the strongest he can hit me with is Mind Blown, but that he can only click once in a battle, so I have to be careful about that. But basically, since I won't hard switch Crocodile in, barring I'm feeling very ballsy, and you can click Mind Blown only once, he will click it versus something else, and then I can switch into Crocodile, and he can't click Mind... Wait, if he can't click Mind Blown, wait, can he even? I don't actually know, because I think if he Mind Blown he kills himself, or I don't know if it fails, but actually, so either he dies or it fails, so both scenarios I'm fine with, so that's why I only EV'd it for Fire Blast. But yeah, that's Crocodile for you. Nice revenge killer, nice Pursuit Trapper. It's very nice as well to Pursuit Trap potentially the Duck Trio if it's Sash, or if he switches out, I can maybe even kill it with a Pursuit if he switches out. So that's a very nice tech on Crocodile for this match. Next up, we have Walnut, physically defensive, Tapu Fini with max speed, actually with Moonblast, Nature's Madness, Taunt, and Defog. So, let me talk about this. I have max speed right here to outspeed a max speed Jolly Slurpuff. He needs to be max speed Jolly Slurpuff because if he's not, he doesn't outspeed a Scarf Gengar, for example. If he's Adamant Slurpuff, a Choice Scarf Gengar would outspeed him. And yeah, he wouldn't be able to sweep me. So that's why I expect him. If he breaks Slurpuff, he's definitely going to be Jolly. So that's why I have max speed on so if he just outspeed and potentially taunt him, not allowing the Belly Drum. Moonblast if he's in range and stuff like that. Then I have the Nature's Madness Taunt combination to deal with the Toxapex. Toxapex otherwise being a very nice check to this. With Nature's Madness Taunt, I can deal that 1v1. And then I have Moonblast to hit the Hexorus super effectively. This HP and defense investment combination is to maximize my bulk versus Hexorus. At first I wanted to add a Cabia Berry on my Tapu Fini to deal with Hexorus, so even the +1 Poison Jab is not doing too much, but then I remembered that Hexorus actually has Unnerve. And looking at my team, he has no reason to run Mold Breaker. There's basically nothing on my team which he has to Mold Break, so I'm definitely expecting Unnerve Hexorus, so I can't run Cabia Berry because Unnerve, of course, doesn't allow the use of berries from your opponent. So that's why I had to rely on leftovers and be max defensive. So if the Hexorus is rare there and it's not confirmed like Choice Bandit or Choice Scarf, I have to keep my Tapu Fini healthy. With this investment, I can still take a +1 Poison Jab from full. So and Moonblast basically OHKOs, or it has a chance to OHKO the Hexorus. So there's that. If there's Hexorus, I have to keep my Tapu Fini healthy. And in general, just Defog is there. Very important. Before I didn't have Defog on this because I can see my team is not really Rocks weak. So I have Defog there here for my next mon, which is my Focus Sash Gengar with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Foul Play, and Psychic. Very weird V spread. Enough speed. Enough speed to outspeed his base, not his base 100s, his Blacephalon, I think. Does it have Blacephalon? I actually don't know. I think I beat it for base 100s. I think I probably have to change it to outspeed the to outspeed the Blacephalon as well. I have to look at that after the match. I think it was for base 100s. But either way, I didn't want to max speed to speed type Arceus because I needed some bulk investment. You can see right here, the 12-100 defense are there, so I can live one Pursuit after Rocks damage from a Jolly Duck Trio. That's, he's gonna be, what you call it. The only way he's gonna kill me with Pursuit is, of course, my Sash is broken. The only way my Sash is broken is with Hazards. So that's why I needed to live Pursuit. Even if I switch out after Rocks and I still have my Gengar intact. So why am I having a Focus Sash Gengar? That is my failsafe against the Slurpuff. That's why keeping Rocks off the field is very important. That's why I have Defog on my Tapu Fini. That's why I have Defog on my Tapu Fini, so I can get rid of Hazards and potentially go to Gengar, and then he goes for Thief, brings me 1 to 1 HP, and then I can kill him with a Sludge Wave. Same for Shadow Ball for potentially the left hand sweep, then I have Foul Play, if for example the Hexorus gets out of hand. In general, this is my fail safe for any setup shenanigans he can pull on me. It's basically the only thing I can do versus Slurpuff. If Slurpuff's on the field, I need to keep Hazards off the field, and I need to, yeah, basically preserve Gengar's Focus Sash. And yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, the speed may change. I have to look up again if that is enough for max speed Blacephalon as well, or only max speed base 100s, because I want to outspeed Blizzard of course as well. In case he's not Choice Scarf, I can then Shadow Ball and kill him. No, I mean, one. Sorry for that, like I said, I'm still a bit sick. So yeah, next up we got Cabra with the Sugar Berry, max speed to outspeed max speed Blacephalon. Yeah, you can see, that is for max speed Blacephalon, that's definitely not for. So I need to hit 174. So let me look at this, 174, how much do I need? 174, there we go. And then I can put the rest in Spatak. And then 4, so this is the strat I'm actually gonna run in Gengar. I still need to turn my Jenna, so I outspeed the Blacephalon as well. But yeah, Cabra right here. Close combat, Volt Switch, Hidden Power Fire, Stealth Rock, 8 attack, max special attack, max speed, minus special defense nature. So, oh wait, I need 175 because I need to, never mind me, we need more speed, we need 175. So it's now the 4 useful right here. Live team building with Scizor. 175. Oh, I can only hit 176. Okay, never mind me. So yeah, Cabra, there we go. 175 speed, of course. This is gonna be hyper trained. Same with all these stats. That's usually what the Jettas do. So I can hit 175 with still having Hidden Power Fire. But let me talk about the moves first. So I'm max fit, especially offensive with Hidden Power Fire, because this is my switch into the Mega Scizor. I have a failsafe with Mega Scizor, which is my Mega Magnetric, which of course outspeeds it, intimidates, resistant to Bullet Punch, and of course with a fire move. But that is not the switch in if he keeps U-turning on me. So I want to have a switch into the Mega Scizor, and that is Cobalion. Even if not feeling physically bulky, it can always switch in on the U-turn, stuff like that. And with Hidden Power Fire, threaten out. Stealth, of course, are very popular. Chip his team down, potentially break a Sash on the Duck Trio. Volt Switch is there because a lot of mons which I cannot deal with, like, at all, like the Mew. And I want to Volt Switch out of those and get some momentum, stuff like that. But yeah, I have the Sugar Bear right here because that's my lure for the Duck Trio. Like I said, this is going to be a switch into the Mega Scizor, and he's going to U-turn on me, probably, at least at some point, and then he might bring in his Duck Tree to trap me and kill him with Earthquake. That's where I have the Sugar Berry, and that's where I can kill him with close combat. If he's Scarf, which is a scenario, because if he's not Scarf, he cannot outspeed my Mega Magnetric, and he would have to Sash to not broken to deal with my Mega Magnetric. But either way, if he's Scarf, I can kill him with close combat. If he's Sash, I bring him down to its Sash. And that's why I have to have close combat, because Flash Cannon or stuff like that wouldn't be able to bring him down to a Sash or kill him if he's Scarf. That's why I have to rely on close combat. The other potential way would be to rely on Focus Blast, but I rather mix and rely on close combat than on hitting a Focus Blast versus the Duck Trio. That's why I mix with close combat. So I minus with def. That's not too big of a problem, because most of these mons which are specially attacking won't kill me either way, like his Blacephalon and stuff like that. So I do not mind being minus the def. And yeah, the Sugar Berry, like I said, is there to lure the Duck Trio in, and once Duck Trio is gone, that is great for my Mega Magnetric, because then I can Volt Switch freely, and it's great for my Gengar because I don't have to be scaring of being pursuit trapped and still keeping my Sash intact. But yeah, that's basically Cobalion. I had a long debate if I want to put Iron Head right here to deal with Slurpuff potentially, but in the end I decided Volt Switch is better, just to get some momentum going and stuff like that. So, next up we got my sweeper of the team, which is my Resto, Chesto, Prankster, Bulk Up Tornadus. So let me talk about a set. Max speed, of course, that's why I can speed everything on his team, which isn't the Duck Trio. And then I have enough speed, def, and mass, but again, once again, I can live one Scarf Fire Blast after Rocks from okay, after Rocks? Yeah, after Rocks. One from the Blacephalon. And of course, if he's not Scarf, I'll speed him and kill him with Acrobatics. So let me talk about a set. Of course, Bulk Up is gonna be my main setup move. Acrobatics is my main special move. Attacking move. His only flying resist is the Rotom Fan and the Arceus, which don't take physical hits too well. Rotom Fan, of course, can potentially take the physical hits too well, but for one, I don't really expect him to bring it. And for two, if he brings it, I don't see why a physically defensive Rotom Fan would make sense versus me. So If he brings Borussia Donphan and it's physically defensive, I have to wear down with rocks, of course, before I can sweep my tornadoes. But if Donphan isn't there, this thing can pull through. So, Bulk, of course, Prankster is my setup move. Then we have Taunt right here, so the Toxapex can haze me if he wants to do that. And then we have Rest right here with Chesterberry for once, of course, to get rid of the Chesterberry, so Acrobatics is boosted, and allow me to basically set up all over Toxapex. He can scald me over and over again because my def is not doing too much. If he burns me, I don't have to worry about that because I still can rest up on him. So, you're probably wondering, last, why do we bring a setup sweeper versus a team with a Ditto? You can just copy you and counter sweep you. That would be the case if it would have any other attack than Acrobatics, because if it brings Ditto, it's going to be Choice Scarf, and that means he has an item, and that means Acrobatics is not boosted versus me. And since I boost both my attack and defensive bulk up, I will always be even on that. The only difference is he will have a lower HP set, of course, and his Acrobatics will only do half damage because it's not boosted, because it still has an item. That's why I think this is a very nice setup mon versus his team. I see this mon sweeping his team, because Dugtrio, after a few bulk ups, can't really hurt me, and the rest I outspeed barring a Scarfers, and then Acrobatics can put in a lot of work. Even with no attack investment and +2, I basically 2-8 KO his whole team, even stuff like Arceus, which resists it. So yeah, that is today's for you. This is my more surprise sweeper, stuff like that. And last but not least, we got Good Boy, our Mega Manectric with full switch, over Hidden Power Ice and Magnet Rise, enough speed for max speed Dugtrio, max special attack, the rest in bulk. This is my here for my failsafe for Scizor. I won't switch it in because I really can't allow this thing to be trapped. The first thing I have to do before using this thing is to either kill the Dugtrio or make sure that it's not Choice Scarf. If it's only Sash, I can deal with that because then I can Magnet Rise on it, don't take the Earthquakes, and basically tweak it over with Hidden Power Ice. But as long as I don't know if Dugtrio is Scarf or Dugtrio is dead, I won't be using my Mega Manectric, or I will only use it to double out right away on the same turn. So that's what I have to be careful of. Then I have Static as my ability, because Ditto of course can transform into Manectric before I Mega Evolve, and then he would have Lightning Rod, blah blah blah. All this annoying stuff. Sadly, I could not fit on Thunderbolt because I want to have Magnet Rise in case he's not a Scarf Dugtrio. And I need Overheat to deal with the Shaman, and I need a Fireball for the Scizor as well. And then Hidden Power Ice I need to not be set up for the Hexerus. So yeah, that's Mega Manectric for you, just in general momentum. But like I said, it does very well versus team because it's only Electric Immunity is the Dugtrio. And like I said, Dugtrio dies rather quickly. You can probably trap one of my mons, but at the cost of basically dying. That's like the biggest scenario. So yeah, after that is gone, Mega Manectric can Volt Switch all over his team, kill some stuff. So yeah, that is my full team. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. One big thing, of course, there's no Kyurem Black, so that's gonna be a surprise a lot of people most likely. But in this matchup, he has so many mounts which are faster than my Kyurem Black, and I expect him to all be outspeeding me. And then he has a Mega Scizor which just OHKOs me. So yeah, then he has a Ditto which he can basically counter sweep me with this Kyurem Black, knock himself a Diffusion Bolt and stuff like that once my what you call it? Crocodile is gone. But overall, I just think these mons are more important in this matchup, because if let's say I replace it with Mega Manectric, that could be a scenario. Mega Manectric does very well as team, outspeeds his whole team, whereas Kyurem Black gets outspeed by Mew, gets outspeed by Dugtrio, gets outspeed by Slurpuff after a Beldrum, gets outspeed by Shaman, gets outspeed by Hexorus, gets outspeed by Blacephalon, gets outspeed by Arceus. So many mons have hits to hit it, so I decided not to bring my Kyurem Black this time. So Mr. Bro is a very nice sweeper. If I change to this, I don't have a switch in. If I change it to this, I don't have a way to revenge kill Slurpuff. If I change to this, I don't have anything for Hexorus. And if I change to this, I can pursue trap the Blacephalon. So that's why I decided not to bring Kyurem Black. That's gonna maybe raise some eyebrows in the comments, but that is my reasoning. It probably surprises the Gymleader Geo as well. He will probably heavily prepare for Kyurem Black, so that is nice and can catch him off guard with not bringing that. But either way, that is my team. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. But yeah, that's all for me. I will see you another time. Wish me good luck for tomorrow for the match, and yeah, I will see you there. Ciao.